After her debut on the PlayStation 1 in 1996 to relatively critical acclaim, Lara Croft became a household name as far as female heroines in video games go. And in the mid to late 90s, all the powerful independent women you really had were Chun-Li, Jill Sandwich, and of course, who could forget Metroid. So there's not a lot of competition in that regard, right? Well, right. Not exactly sure what I was going for there. But that does lead me to my next point. Lara Croft, even to this day, holds the torch for being one of the greatest females in video game history, and not because she was one of the first. Sure, she has that sordid history of being overly sexualized and sassy in some installments, and unfortunately that's bound to happen when chin-strap dude bros write her character. But when we're talking about Tomb Raider 2013 and beyond, she's definitely the most modern and incredibly capable woman as she's ever been yet. In case you haven't gotten the memo, Lara Croft kicks so much ass. It's not even because she can shoot an arrow straight into a dude's head without sweating nowadays, but she's mentally competent and has the drive of an ox, if that's a thing. Even before the reboot, she was incredibly intelligent, had her own mansion pool, and overall didn't really have to do anything you, as the player, made her do. Unless you're like me and had to see every single death animation in the reboot, because your goddamn curiosity had to be sated in every possible way. I'm sorry, moving on. Now, this isn't really something I found I could condense into a several-minute segment before the episode, but obviously having a strong female role model for younger children and gamers to look up to is extremely important for not only the youth, but society. Everything in our culture has to be hypermasculine and follow this archaic set of invisible laws that states that women can't be leaders or hunters or anything other than an atomic foil for their male counterparts, and, well, luckily, as this past decade has been revealing, has caused that infrastructure to begin to crumble. Unfortunately, we still have a long way to go before toxic masculinity leaves the party and edges its way out of our collective mindsets. However, looking at the recent elections of women and people of color being sworn into office as of late 2018, I'd like to say that we're on the right track. It sucks knowing that as of a couple years ago, women in America only made up 15% of leadership positions in the top 500 companies and held only 16% of the seats in Congress. And that's a really depressing statistic. There have been studies published that showcase the role model effect, in which basically women in leadership positions would encourage young girls to succeed as opposed to men in that same position of power to those girls in the same age range. This would also apply to people of color, obviously. There's some fascinating subjects on the matter, but like I said, it's a relatively hefty topic, and this is a Tomb Raider video. You clicked on it damn well knowing I was, at some point or another, going to preach about gender imbalances in the world. Maybe at some point in the future we can delve further into that, and not just focusing on the impact that Lara Croft has had on that issue, but for now, we kick more ass and return to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and oh my god, do I have a story for you. Last time we fought our way through the shanty town, discovered a new tomb, and unfortunately witnessed our friend fall to his grim demise, all in an effort to try to get us over here to rendezvous with Roth, and it wasn't in vain. We're almost done with Shantytown, but it comes at a price. And that price comes to me forgetting to hit the record button and having to crawl through the muck and grime to get all the way back to this point in as reasonable amount of time as possible. I already mentioned this before, but this game doesn't have any sort of chapter replay or ability to review the story in any sense, so I ended up playing through a lot of intense plot-related things that you just can't really be like, oh, hey, this happened. No, I had to replay from the beginning so that we could watch this segment, and I'm actually really glad that I noticed as soon as I did, because I don't normally look at my screen while I'm recording, I just play the game, and as a result, I ended up playing this game on easy, which, trying to go through as fast as I can, proved to actually be more difficult than hard, and it only took me a little less than 2 hours, but I'm severely underleveled, underprepared, but that's okay because we're going to be switching over in due amount of time anyway. So I've just been rushing through, nothing is upgraded, and we're about to go through some crazy shit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and make our way forward with Roth watching us from behind. And this is the gorilla outfit, so yeah, we're gonna blend in with the scenery, and I think it's pretty apropos for this next bit. So that being said and done, is this the wrong way? I think it is. Where am I going? I need to go across a bridge, don't I? Which is over here? Wait a minute. No, this is where we just came from. Okay. I'm all turned around. I just want to get this part over with and be done with this section, because this is a very long segment, and being able to just do it in a single sitting, get it out of the way, would be fantastic. So let's go ahead and do it, shall we? This place looks really cool too, I gotta say. Alright. Roth, you got anything for me, sweet cheeks? Any day now, you're just gonna make me walk into the ether?
Alright, Lara. That bridge is swarming with guards.
Great. Any ideas?
It'll be tricky, but you can probably make your way across underneath.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Don't worry. I'll be covering you the whole way.
That's extremely reassuring. We've already seen Roth prove himself by the eye of marksmanship that he's provided for us, but going underneath a rickety-ass bridge doesn't exactly scream ingenuity to me. I don't know. That might just be me, but I guess we'll just make our way across and hope for the best. As dangerous as it may seem, what could possibly go wrong?
Lara, I've got them in my sight.
Here goes.
Alright, here we go.
What the hell is going on down there? You think they got the outsider?
Don't worry. If they didn't, they should come to us.
Father Matthias will send us to the Oni if we don't find her.
Only if we fail, and we...
What the heck?
Who's doing it?
I thought I lost you, girl. Are you okay?
That was too close.
This is insanity.
He's in the shrine. Open fire.
Stop. Don't move. They'll see you. Wait.
We're still down here.
Go now. Stop. Hold it. Almost got him.
Very impressive.
Stop. Wait. Wait. Lara, I think you're clear.
I sure as hell hope so.
Thanks for the cover. I think that makes us even.
Lara, look out!
Break this girl's neck! Surrender!
They went over. Is she dead? No, I can't see. There she is.
Lara, there's too many of them. Get out of there!
I'm heading in.
Are you sure about this, Lara?
I'll get them. I'll come back. I promise.
Alright, so we survived. And that part is a little bit harrowing. Something that I noticed that while you're playing on easy, which is not something I do very often in games, this actually has reduced, or just trying to get behind posters and things. They're not even posters, they're like hanging portraits. But yeah, they actually take away a lot of the inputs that you can put in, like those Y presses that you have to time and quick time events. But I think all of those were the same as they were on hard, which is what we have been playing as. Are you good, cat? Apparently he's incapable of being decent while I'm trying to record stuff, you know? But welcome to the inside of a cave. Is this something I can murder? Or he jumped back up. He's gonna get that poster again. He was fine. He was fine the entire time I was playing through this to get back up here, and now he's just gone absolutely crazy. You can probably hear him sniffing in the back. There we go. Ori, God, he like tries to paw at things. It's insane. It's a little excessive. Welcome to the cavern entrance. No one left behind means we need to rescue the captured Endurance crew, and whether or not they're all still alive remains to be seen. Although Sam should be nearby. Ori, please. I'm sorry, I need to put him away. It's like 3 in the morning and insanity. Okay, so question. We need to go that way, it seems, but first, let's explore for a second. This is where we came from, because for whatever reason there are candles lit in that direction, straight from frickin', I don't even know what they're called. Hey, I will take these though. Is there a place called, it's like Ross or Laurie's or one of those places? They sell candles. But yeah, we're about to get into a lot of plot related things, and I think I forgot to mention it, but there essentially is a point of no return that we have already passed in the last video, where if you wanted to go and explore the world and pick up optional tomb completions or go back for salvage and things like that, you'll be unable to do that for a little bit as we become engrossed in the story for a while. So sorry, I kind of got caught up in the moment, but without further ado, and Ori clawing at something, let's move ahead and see what the plot awaits for us, because it gets kind of insane. Prepare yourself.
My brothers, listen to me now. Out in the world, we were nothing. But here we are the Solari, the Sun Queen's children. She brought us here for a reason. I know you want your freedom. I know you want to escape this place. But to do so, we must release our queen. Like us, she is a prisoner. If we can free her, we free ourselves. This girl, she carries the blood of this land. She could be the key. The ritual of flames will show us the truth. Himiko, you are the first and the last. Speak to us now.
You killed our brother! Now I'm gonna kill you! This is for Vladimir, outsider!
Enough! Dmitri, Nikolai, bring her to me.
Every creature in nature will turn and fight when its very survival is at stake. So don't think I don't understand you, girl. I've just been doing this a lot longer.
Ready yourself, brothers! Our queen is about to speak! Speak to us, Himiko!
Sam!
Speak to us through the flame!
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just look at me. Look at me, okay?
She's the one. Soon, my brothers, we will be reborn!
Take her to the throne room. Your fight is over, creature.
can't see the body. I don't think she survived the fall. Let's get down there. Come on.